Hello guys, I am Kendall and welcome back to episode 27 of the Kendall's Creations podcast. Today's date is March 25th, 2022, and I have a bit to talk about. First things first, this is new from the last time y'all saw. I got two of these. This top one is all of the socks I've made. That's just stuffed animals. And then this is yarn for a sweater that I have that I seriously need to finish. I just haven't. And then that's yarn I'm going to give away. But that one is going to be empty in a little bit because we're having a garage sale over the summer and we're kind of getting things ready now. And then the bottom ones are still the same as they were before. Now, I think that's the only thing that's new about my setup. Oh, and yeah, the socks aren't there anymore. And the little, I don't know if you guys can see it, the little bag of yarn right there isn't going to be there next time because I have a basket under my desk that has the sweater I never finished, my 2 skeins of hand-dyed yarn in there. There was 3, but I'm using one, so now there's 2, but there's going to be 3 again soon. So I have one finished object, well, one completely finished object, which was a whip last time. This is the dark green cardigan, the granny hexagon cardigan. Also played and almost lost a yarn chicken with this, so that was a fun time. Like, this, I cut off way too much yarn for this, but oh well. So this is how it is. It's not the best because of me losing yarn chicken, so this one will be a little bit cheaper than my other one because there's actually less yarn available for this, so whoopsies. But that will not happen again because I bought definitely enough yarn for cardigans. If you guys saw my yarn haul video, I got 3 skeins of big twist value, and then I got a 1 pound skein, which is more than enough to make one of these. So yeah, let me fold this back up. This was in Red Heart Super Saver yarn. I don't know the color because it was gifted to me used and there was no ball band on it, but it's like a dark foresty green, so whatever color that is. My next thing I'm going to talk about is a half-finished object, but it's also a pretty big, not like event, but like milestone in my knitting career. So I am test knitting the meditation socks by, why am I forgetting her name? I am the worst. I'm so sorry. I know her first name's Sarah, but I forget her Instagram handle. Sarah Kinney is her name. Let me pull up the pattern. Sarah K Knits. I knew her name was Sarah, but her meditation socks, I was so graciously accepted to be a test knitter. My first time test knitting. I love it so much. I did mess up the pattern a little bit, so without too much detail, there's, you know, a texture on the front, and then it wasn't supposed to be on the back, but I put it on the back as well. It still fits my foot because it is like kind of a ribbon, and so it's still fine. She said it was okay. I will be making a second pair, not for the test knit, where I don't mess up and put the pattern on the back, but mainly because I really like this pattern and I really like these socks. But here it is. It's a little smaller than all of my other socks because, again, the pattern does have a bit of ribbing in it, and so it does stretch. It does get over my foot just fine. Like, I don't really know how to, like, show you this, but, like, it stretches a lot. Like, it stretches about as much as my 1x1 rib, and so it can get over my foot. I tried it on, like, when I was almost done with my gusset stitches, so, like, here, and it was a bit, I had to work it a little bit, but again, it was still on the needles, and not blocked, and so I expected it to be a little bit harder. And I did weave in the end over here. I did not weave in this end because I'm going to, since I only have the first sock finished, I just finished this last night. Gonna finish the second sock, weave in, well, gonna do the second sock, weave in the starting end, and then block both of them at the same time. But it is knit with your, I'm sorry for sounding so nasally. I woke up this morning and my nose was stuffed, so I think it's because spring is starting, and I am allergic to all of spring, but yay. So it is your, standard heel flap and gusset heel sock thing. I did not continue the pattern on the bottom of the sock because I realized what I did wrong. When I had about 35-ish rows on the leg, and I'm like, yeah, I wasn't planning on continuing here. Just for some reason, I thought the pattern said continue, like in pattern on the back. It didn't. It's completely my fault. Her pattern was written beautifully, and I'm just not. I think I was reading it at like 11 o'clock at night, so putting it on a tired brain. And then there's your standard wedge toe as well. And the yarn I'm using is this yarn, which I'm pretty sure you guys saw last week. Not last week, last episode. If not, I'm still going to talk about it. So this is, sorry, my heating just turned on. Of course, it's right when I start filming. This is Treasure Goddess yarn from Etsy in Sandy Beach in her fingering, like, sock base. I'll link her down below. I'll also link Sarah's Instagram and Ravelry in the description, as well as anything else I can find a link for. But yeah, this is my test knit. I love it so much. I'm so excited, and I hope that this is the start of many more test knits in my future. I have applied to be a test knitter a few times. So the first time I got accepted, and I found out as I was leaving the place I volunteer with, and I was like about to scream, but I volunteer with special needs kids, and I know me screaming would scare them and alarm them a lot, and so I did it. But like, I was so excited when I found out, and like I immediately told my mom that, oh, I got accepted to be a test knitter. Today's the best day of my life. Oh my god. And so, yeah, that's my little spiel about test knitting. I did knit this on my standard sock needles, which are US, right here, the Chalgru 36. In circulars, I used Magic Loop, and these are the US size 1, 2.25 millimeters. You know, my standard sock needles that I have knit every other pair of socks on. That's just, yeah. And so I will be casting on the second sock pretty much as soon as I'm done recording this. I just finished it at like 11 o'clock now, like 10:30 last night. And it's pretty hard to cast on with my nails. It gets kind of tedious, and so since I'm taking these off after this anyways, I'm like, I'll just cast on then so I don't get angry and throw something against the wall. But moving on, this next whip is something I'm pretty sure you guys have seen. I think I only had one row of it done when I last saw you. But this is the front. Okay. I have no clue why. This, if you would like to cooperate, sorry, is my, I want to say this is my 5th My Little Secret crop by Jessie Made Designs. Yeah, there's not a lot of progress done on it. I think I have like an inch of the 3x3 rib because this was my main project, and then I found out about the test knit, and then the test knit was my main project. So since I am more than ahead in my test knit, because I think it goes into like the end of April, and that took me like a week to do. I'm still gonna cast on. It's still gonna be like my main project, but I will be working on this a little bit more in my next whip just because at least I know I have one sock done, and I know I'll get the second sock done in time. Especially with all of the days off of school I am getting, because I had today off school because it's the end of the third quarter, and then there's state testing, which I don't have to participate in, towards, like, I think it starts next week, and then the week after that, and then there's spring break, and then after spring break, I only have 17 more days of school until I am done with high school. I'm so excited. But yeah, so this is knit using KNC's Essential Cotton and Charcoal. I'm surprised I, like, remembered that whole thing. Which I got at Joann's. I got 2 balls. It has about the same yardage as Lion Brand Pima Cotton, which is what that, like, purpley thing there is, and that's what most of my other crop tops have been made in. And I still had, like, a bit left of the Pima Cotton, so I think I'm going to make this a little bit longer than all of my other tops, because I know I have more than enough yarn. But yes, that is this. This is knit on my interchangeable needles as usual. I'm pretty sure I'm using 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 millimeter for the 1x1 rib, and 3.25 for the, no, 3.5 for the 3x3 rib, 3.25 for the 1x1, and then for the I-cord straps, I do 3.75. Which is, like, one thing I really like about having interchangeable needles is that I don't have to, like, switch the needles. I can just switch the sizes. And so that's that. And then my last whip is something you guys did not see last week. And there's not a lot done on it, again, because there was a crop top and a sock. And I still had to finish, like, half of the cardigan since last time, so I've been very busy. And school. Ugh, school. But this is yet another granny hexagon cardigan. This is knit in Big Twist Value, and I'm pretty sure the color's peacock. I don't have the ball band on, and I don't really want to go all the way over there to get the other balls. But I just finished the row of 5 clusters before the corners, and so I'm a little less than halfway done number-wise, but, like, actually knitting-wise, I'm not halfway done. I mean, this is, like, baby size. But I worked on this a little bit last night after I finished my sock, because I knew I wasn't going to cast on my second sock, until today. And so I was like, you know what, I still kind of want to work, so I did a row on this. I cannot. Okay. And so my mom just sent me a text, and I have no clue what she's talking about, but I'll respond to that later. And this, I got 3, like, skeins of this, and there's over 100 grams in each, and so I think it's like 170 something, so getting 3 of them is more than what I got with the Big Twist, I think, I hope, I don't know, but I should have more than enough yarn, because in theory I can use this whole ball before I do the sleeve, then do, like, the sleeve and cuff with half of the other ball, and then use a whole ball for this side, and then sleeve and cuff with half of the other ball. But I'll still be going to my standard 11 clusters, because this is the same weight yarn as the Big Twist Value, and I'm using the same hook size as the first one I made. Second one I made a little bit with a bigger hook in hopes of using less yarn. Didn't work out, but oh well. And so I'll still be going to my standard 11 in between, and then doing the sleeves and all that stuff. And then if I have enough yarn after I join them, join the 2 halves, that's not right. Join the 2 halves together, I will lengthen, like, this part, except there's going to be, like, 2, so lengthen the bottom, so maybe it's not so cropped, but that's if I can. If not, it's just going to be another cropped one, which we love. We love cropped in this household. But I also love this yarn so much. It's like my favorite yarn to use ever. And I am using my Yarn Story 6.5mm hook. And I like this one because I do a lot of my knitting and crocheting like at night because I'm a night owl and it lights up. So when there's bad lighting, this makes it way better and way easier. And so that is my last whip. I do have, except I just dropped my crochet hook. I'm a mess. I'm so sorry. I do have one acquisition. I bought this, technically I should have bought it today because it was like my end of third quarter gift to myself because my grades are really good. Still. And I promise I have pants on, by the way, they're just shorts. But the yarn drop was like early in the week, and so I decided I'll get my gift early since it's not going to be delivered for a while anyways because she still has to diet. But if you guys follow Explorer Knits on Instagram, you will know exactly what yarn drop I'm talking about. I got her color Aster and her fingering like sock base, and I'm thinking about either making another meditation sock with it, although I don't know because I'm 98% sure my next meditation sock is going to be in this. And I still have my Fiber for the People yarn I have to figure out a pattern for. I think I'll still do my Skipping Stone socks with that one. But I'm either going to do the meditation socks, the DNA socks, or maybe just find a whole new sock pattern with that yarn. It's, again, colorway is Aster. I was terrified because I completely forgot she was in Mountain Time, and so she's an hour behind me, and so, like, when the drop, I think it was either at 6 or 7, maybe 8, I don't know, but it was, like, 30 minutes past that in my time. I was like, oh my god, I missed it, it's all gonna be sold out, and then I realized it said Mountain Time, and I was like, oh, okay, I have, like, 30 minutes, so I was, like, I'll be, like, watching my show, and then, like, every 5 minutes I'll be, like, checking the clock to make sure, and I got it. I got one thing at Aster because I am a broke high school student. We love it. If I can, I'll put a picture up somewhere and the time I'm talking about it, but it'll take about 3 weeks to get here, and so I don't know if it'll be here for my next podcast episode, but it will definitely be here for the one after that, and it will probably be in a project by then because, hello, it's me. Duh. But I think that's my only acquisition for this episode, which I'm very proud of myself for because I see so much pretty yarn on it. It's like Instagram just wants me to, I know Instagram wants me to spend all of my money on yarn, and I want to spend all of my money on yarn, but I also know that I can't spend all of my money on yarn because I don't have that much money to spend on yarn. I don't have that much money to spend on anything, let alone yarn. And so, anyways, I think that's my only acquisition. Really proud of myself. Again, it was I've gotten myself hand-dyed yarn a couple times. I think this is my 5th skein ever. One of them was like a gift for my mom. And then one of them, the Little Foxes Knits blue, which I just showed you. That blue is my absolute favorite color, like this specific shade. And it's very hard to find anything in that color, let alone yarn. And so when I saw it, I knew I had to get it. Because, again, it's my absolute favorite color. And, again, I just had to. And then my Fiber for the People yarn was a gift to myself when I finished second quarter. Well, when I finished my first semester. And then my Forged Fiber Company yarn was a gift to myself when I finished something, but maybe Forged Fiber Company was second quarter and Fiber for the People was, I don't know, but I've got myself yarn as like a gift for every time I finished a quarter this high school year because it's really stressful because I'm in 3 AP classes I don't know why I didn't listen to anybody when they told me not to take 3 AP classes. And so now I'm taking 3 AP classes, and it's very exhausting, but oh well. And so, especially because the grades I'm getting now are the best grades I've gotten throughout high school, and I'm taking the hardest classes, which one would think would be the opposite way around. But no, I'm doing pretty good, and I'm very proud of myself. I got like a 4.3 last semester. I think I got like a 4.4 and a 4.2. And then I'll have over 4.0 this quarter. And next quarter, I will also try to get over 4.0, which is honestly just all A's and B's in my classes. Which it's going to be a little bit harder fourth quarter because my 3 AP classes, which are weighted on a 5.0 scale, there's going to be less grades in the fourth quarter because AP testing is the beginning of May. Yay! So we started a review, which is what's been draining my energy. Because I'm in AP Calculus, which I like, it's just a lot. I'm in AP Psychology, which is really fun, and there's a lot of terms we have to know, so that's kind of getting to me. And then I'm in AP Biology, which, again, is a lot that you have to know because it's biology, you know, gotta do a lot. And in Psych and Bio, we're still, like, actively learning stuff while we're doing reviews. In Calculus, we're not, we're just reviewing, but it's just, like, there's a whole bunch. And I also have non-AP classes that I'm still in that I still have homework for that I still have to, like, do good in. And so, that is my little spiel about my school in a way to rationalize buying yarn. But, oh well, I'm gonna buy more yarn when I graduate high school. Because I graduated high school. Very excited for that. Oh god, I'm so ready. I already know what college I'm going to. I'm going to an accepted students day in April. I get to meet some of my friends that I met through like college. I'm so excited. And fear not, there is a Joann's by my college, so I still get to indulge in yarn. And of course, I can buy yarn online and just ship it to me. I love the internet. The internet's great. But I think that is all I'm going to talk about today. All of the dyers and pattern designers, and then like I will just kind of list this yarn and then my big twist yarn in the description. But the ones I list, if you just put that into Google, the yarn will pop up right away. You just gotta click on the link and you get it. But yes, so Explorer Knits will be linked to her Instagram and her website. Sarah K Knits' Instagram and Ravelry will be linked in the description. And then Treasure Goddess's Etsy will also be linked in the description. And I think that's all of like the yarn dyers and stuff I've gotten. Oh, and then Jessie Maid's My Little Secret Crop will also be linked in the description. I almost forgot about that. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I don't know when the meditation talks are coming out. I'm sure I can find the date. But she already has other patterns available on her Ravelry, so she's a great designer. And I think that is all for this podcast episode. It's a little bit short because I've not been doing a lot, but oh well, hopefully I have more to talk about next podcast. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, all of that good stuff. It really means absolutely so much to me when you guys do. I try my best to reply to every comment, and every single time I see I have a new subscriber, I get so happy, because I really love knowing that you guys like the content I'm putting out. And yeah, that is all for this podcast. I'm pretty sure I've said that about 3 times, but oh well. I will see you guys in 2 weeks.